Imagine a river, ancient and eternal, its waters glistening in the first light of dawn, carrying with it the memories of countless generations. Flowing for thousands of years, undeterred by rocks or rival streams, it carves its own path, never ceasing, always adapting. It bends, absorbs, and continues, growing stronger with every challenge it faces. This river is more than water, it is the living spirit of India. Empires have come and gone, conquerors have left their mark, but India's spirit remains unbroken, standing tall through the tides of history. Its resilience is woven into daily life, felt in temple chants, mosque calls, and church hymns, echoing across the land in a symphony of faiths. You see it in farmers tending ancestral land, their hands shaping the earth as their forefathers did season after season. In children playing age-old games, laughter ringing out in dusty fields and schoolyards, carrying forward traditions with every joyful shout. India has outlasted Rome, China's dynasties, and Europe's colonial empires, not by brute force, but by quiet confidence in its identity and a deep-rooted sense of belonging. Defeating India is a misunderstanding. It's not just land, but a living idea: tolerance, acceptance, unity in diversity, and the power to embrace differences. Invaders found their cultures absorbed into India's mosaic. Their food, words, and art became part of the nation, enriching its vibrant tapestry. This ability to assimilate without losing its core is India's secret to endurance, a strength that has allowed it to thrive through centuries of change. India is not just a modern nation-state, but a civilization flowing uninterrupted for millennia, a living bridge between past and future. It has faced famine, partition, and poverty, yet always emerges stronger, rebuilding with hope and determination after every storm. This is the epic story of resilience, ancient, ever youthful, unconquerable, passed from elders to children, generation after generation. The river flows on, its journey far from over, carrying dreams and aspirations into the future. India's story continues, inspiring the world with quiet strength, innovation, and the promise of tomorrow. The world watches, but the river never stops, its current a reminder that life, like India, is ever moving, ever renewing. This is India, timeless, resilient, and undefeatable, a civilization whose story is still being written with every sunrise. For thousands of years, India's legendary riches and vibrant culture drew traders, scholars, and conquerors from distant lands. Its bustling markets overflowed with spices, textiles, and ideas, making it a crossroads of civilizations and a prize for empires. The Mughal Empire flourished, leaving behind breathtaking architecture and a legacy of art and learning. Yet even this mighty dynasty became just another chapter in India's long and complex story, as new powers rose and fell. Then came the British, who ruled for nearly 2 centuries. They extracted India's wealth, imposed their own systems, and reshaped the land with railways and laws, but also left deep scars of exploitation and division. Yet beneath the surface, India's spirit simmered, alive in its villages, in the songs sung at dusk, in the quiet resilience of its people, and in the silent defiance that refused to be extinguished. The Great Revolt of 1857 was brutally crushed, but it lit a flame for freedom that would never die. The dream of self-rule began to take root in the hearts of millions. India's fight for independence was waged on many fronts, through protests, underground movements, and the courage of ordinary people who dared to hope for a new dawn. Revolutionaries like Subhas Chandra Bose inspired millions with their courage and force, showing that the quest for freedom demanded both sacrifice and vision. Mahatma Gandhi weaponized peace. His satyagraha, non-violent resistance, and call for unity became a powerful force, uniting people across religions, castes, and regions. Ordinary people became soldiers of a moral army, spinning cloth, making salt, and boycotting foreign goods. Their simple acts of defiance became symbols of hope and strength. The British couldn't defeat an idea, a nation's longing for dignity, justice, and self-determination. In 1947, India finally won its freedom, not by imitating its colonizers, but by rediscovering its own soul and uniting in a shared dream. It was a victory of spirit, not just arms, a triumph of hope, unity, and resilience. India's journey to freedom proved its resilience, its ability to endure, adapt, and rise stronger from every challenge. The lion had found its roar, and the world would never be the same again. Walk down any Indian street and you'll witness a living miracle. Dozens of languages spoken, a mosaic of faiths, and a world of foods, all coexisting side by side. Every corner is alive with the sounds, sights, and scents of a country that thrives on difference. India is home to every major religion on earth, each one woven into the fabric of its identity. Here, temples, mosques, churches, and gurudwaras often stand just streets apart, their bells and prayers blending into the city's heartbeat. Festivals like Diwali, Eid, Christmas, and Holi unite communities in shared joy, lighting up homes and hearts across the nation. These celebrations are not just rituals, they are moments when differences dissolve and togetherness shines brightest. Diversity is not a weakness here, it is India's greatest strength. People of every background come together, their unique stories creating a vibrant, living tapestry. With 22 official languages and hundreds of dialects, India is a land of many voices. Yet beneath this linguistic variety there beats a shared Indian identity, uniting millions in purpose and pride. Unity here is built not on sameness but on respect for difference. In classrooms, workplaces, and homes, people learn to listen, understand, and celebrate what makes each other unique. In daily life, friends of all faiths debate cricket scores and Bollywood plots, sharing laughter and opinions as equals. These everyday moments are the true glue of Indian society. This spirit of unity and diversity is enshrined in India's constitution and lived every day. From the halls of parliament to the smallest village, Indian music, art, and cinema blend countless influences, ancient and modern, local and global, creating a culture that is always evolving, always dynamic. Attempts to divide India by religion or language have always failed, because the bonds that tie its people together are stronger than any force that seeks to pull them apart. The connections between Indians are ancient and deep, passed down through generations, rooted in shared history and collective memory. This harmonious chaos, where every difference finds its place, is the very essence of India's undefeatable spirit, a spirit that welcomes all and excludes none. India thrives because it embraces every color in its tapestry, every thread adding to its beauty and resilience. Its strength lies in its diversity, in the millions of faces, voices, and dreams that call it home. That is the heart of India, a heart that beats stronger with every color, every voice, and every hope for the future. Once a global hub for trade and wealth, colonial rule left India impoverished. After independence, growth was slow, until the 1990s when India opened its markets. A quiet revolution unleashed entrepreneurial energy, transforming India into a fast-growing economy. Skyscrapers, highways, and airports now connect a nation on the move. The real story is millions of small businesses and startups driving growth. India is the world's back office, a leader in IT and business services. Now, Indian companies compete globally in automobiles, pharmaceuticals, and more. Millions have risen from poverty, a confident middle class is emerging. India is no longer a recipient of aid, but a key global growth engine. The West is intertwined with India's economic rise. India's success is essential for global stability. Its economic force cannot be defeated, it's now indispensable. The balance of power has shifted. India's scientific legacy is ancient: zero, the decimal system, and early astronomy. After independence, leaders invested in science and technology, building world-class institutions. ISRO, India's space agency, reached Mars on its first attempt and landed near the lunar South Pole. India leads the digital revolution with Aadhaar, the world's largest biometric ID, and UPI, a model for digital payments. A thriving startup ecosystem is developing AI, biotech, and clean energy solutions. India is the world's pharmacy, making affordable medicines and vaccines. This blend of ancient wisdom and modern ambition drives progress. India's scientific temper is spreading nationwide. Its innovation is powered by its people's intellect and creativity. India's progress is self-driven and resilient. It cannot be defeated by external forces. Science is India's new frontier. In global politics, India moves with the wisdom of an elephant: calm, deliberate, and independent. Strategic autonomy defines its diplomacy. India engages all powers on its own terms. During the Cold War, it pioneered the non-aligned movement. Today, India is part of the Quad, BRICS, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, balancing relationships with the US, Russia, and China. This flexibility gives India global influence. India champions the global South, giving a voice to developing nations. Its foreign policy is rooted in civilizational confidence, seeking equal partnerships. India's philosophy, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, guides its actions. The West cannot defeat India diplomatically, it refuses to play a zero-sum game. India's independent path commands respect. The elephant's dance shapes the jungle. India's greatest asset is its people, especially its youth. Over half the population is under 25, fueling a demographic dividend. While other nations age, India's young workforce drives growth and innovation. This generation is globally connected, tech-savvy, and ambitious. You see their energy in classrooms, startups, and exam halls. Government initiatives like Skill India and Startup India empower young entrepreneurs. As more youth get educated and employed, they inspire the next generation. India's human capital is its most precious resource. Challenges remain, but the scale of potential is unmatched. This creative force cannot be sanctioned or stopped. The dreams of a billion youth propel India forward. The world must partner with this momentum, or be left behind. India's soft power shapes the world, not through force but through culture, ideas and values. Its influence spreads through yoga, cuisine, music and Bollywood. Yoga, born in India, is now a global practice for well-being. Indian food and restaurants are beloved worldwide. Bollywood's films and music cross borders, resonating with millions. This cultural appeal builds bridges stronger than politics. India balances modernity and tradition, an IT professional by day, a temple devotee by night. Its confidence comes from embracing both the ancient and the new. India doesn't need to imitate the West, it thrives as itself. This unshakable identity is its true strength. India's gentle empire is undefeatable.